Alright guys, but yeah. Okay, so I believe I have put the intro in this video. I'm not sure if it worked, but I'm 99% sure it worked, but it should have done. But I would like to apologise for the black bars on this video, but whenever I make videos like this, these are my, as you can see by the length, this is going to be one of my longer videos where I actually talk for a while, but when I make videos like this, I normally render these 480p, and then I use a YouTube tag to make the screen go full screen, but YouTube had an update which has changed that tag around, so that is why, if I actually put the tag in there, it completely distorts the screen, and half the screen is just lost, and can't actually be seen on the YouTube screen, which is quite annoying. So I have to, the only way I can actually upload these in 480p is by uploading them with the black bars, until I work a way out to do it with full screen and a normal, like, you know, normal screen length. I don't know how to do it yet. I'll have to research, because there's actually a friend of mine who told me how to actually do the first thing, and that's where it all started. But then it got updated, and it got updated recently, so I have to try and find a way to actually do it. But that may take me some while, so you'll have to deal with the black bars for now. But really, when I make these videos, you just listen to them. It doesn't really, I could put a black screen on it, it'd be exactly the same video. The reason I actually have gameplay is because people want to know what I am doing. So yeah, as you can see by the title, this is an episode 5 update. I'm going to throw these out every now and then. Every time I think I'm going to put one of these out, I'll make a long video, and I'm going to I'll put the title on there, and it'll be an update to the episode that I'm currently recording. So if I actually show you what I've done, this will most likely be recorded. I keep killing it by mistake, I'm so bad at this, but I'll tell you what I'm doing in a minute. Just don't bother saying why I might run span, I'll answer in a second. But if I quickly go into my folder I have, I'm currently working on day 5. So, well, not day, I just named them day 5, it's episode 5, I don't know why. But day 4, that should have been out yesterday. I don't actually know. I don't know when. Right, okay, it doesn't really matter. I'm not sure when I upload these. I just upload them when I can, really. But they're the clips I've currently got. So, just to get into this, I'm currently working on day 5's episode 5, I want to call it. Is it episode 5? Yeah, this is episode 5. So, currently working on episode 5. You may be asking why I'm at RuneSpan. I'm currently at RuneSpan because I'm trying to earn my greater runic staff back to do myself some power kilns with. When I do fight kilns on this account, I prefer to use the Steel Titan and to just power through it, get it done as quick as possible. And the greater runic staff is actually really helpful because I can put blood barrages in it, and it's only 1 inventory space taken for blood barrages. So technically it's just a free way of healing, and I wouldn't really need it, but I prefer to get it, because if I get it, I've got it for every kiln that I do in the future, really. It's the only thing I do with it, maybe a bit of breeding with it, but overall, and it will save me a bit of money as well, because I can put blood barrages in it. It does actually save me some runes, which is kind of cool. So I've just passed the halfway mark. I've been here for probably about 10 hours so far. This is taking maybe not that long, actually. I'm not even sure, but really, I've just been AFKing. Like, I click this thing, and then I go AFK for like 40 seconds. At the moment, I'm just working on tidying my room completely, and it's taking forever, but I've got most of it done, so that's so good. But I'm just getting that done, but I really just AFK it, but I'm not sure when. I don't know, I want to do it before leaving, but it might take me a couple of days to actually finish it off, because I don't think I'll be playing. I don't know how long it's going to take, but it'll probably take me a couple of days, but I want to get some other things done as well, because otherwise you'll be like 5 days, 6 days without a PK commentary. And even though I'm doing this series, people may be wondering where my PK commentary is going to be. A PK commentary will come out. How they work, I've said this in a few episodes before, but this one should be, I'll try and make it clearer, because I'm not sure if people understand, but pretty much, as you've seen in episode 3, which is, I pretty much just uploaded, if you want to understand the times to actually when this video's being recorded, which is, so, before pre-record, 16th of August, so this is being pre-recorded, so, before Nightmare Age comments. But yeah, the way that I'm actually structuring my PK commentaries is I have to make some money, really, to do them. But when I go PKing on the series, if I ever go PKing on the series and I live commentary it, what I'm going to do is, on the video itself, I'm going to just put in like I'm currently commentating over clips until people want live commentary, but I think I can actually make the videos more enjoyable with commentating over clips, just to update you all on how, like, my rebuild is going, kind of like. And I know I keep calling it a rebuild. I'm not cleaned. I'm not anywhere near a bank, so I can't run, but I have all the 5 party hats in the bank. Well, not all the 5, but all the party hats except the blue one in the bank. So I'm not clean. I have a 6.2 bill bank just in the hats, and I still have my soul runes, so easy 8 bill net there, although arguably I did get a white party hat for 30 mil of cams, so that did boost my bank a bit. But some updates on the series, small spoilers, but I'm sure most of you are watching the series. I've got an Amulet of Fury. I have 3.4 mil cash technically, and I have some other stuff, like I've got a Dragon Claws, I have a Corrupt Vesta Longsword, I've got Fighter Torso, and some other stuff like that. And overall, it's going pretty well. And I know some people, I've not actually seen most of the comments. I've only just uploaded episode 3 27 minutes ago, so I haven't got any comments yet saying the AGS might have been fake or ruined the series. I'm trying to make it so it won't ruin the series. I'm just spending money on getting myself gear and things. Like, I bought a Corrupt Vesta Longsword. Once I go PK with that, it's going to degrade, and that 10 mil just goes from my bank, and whatever I actually build with that Vesta Longsword is profit, really. But that Vesta Longsword, I love Rest Alongside PK, Corrupt Rest Alongside, remember, because it lasts me about, I wield it and then unwield it within one tick. Like, I wield it for a one-tick hit and then I untake it, I'll show you. So it barely degrades. I think I can get around maybe 300 plus fights just with one Corrupt Rest Alongside. So, actually, maybe not, maybe about 100 odd fights. So if I killed, let's say I get 200k every time, I need to kill 50 people to break even. And that doesn't include death, so I have to kill 50 people. I'm most likely deathmatch because I'm in like maybe 200k risk, because that's going to affect it a bit. So I need to kill 75 people and die 25 times for it to grade to break even. So I need to get technically I need to get about 3 to 1 KDR to break even with it. And in my opinion, when I do that, even with deathmatching, it's quite difficult. But I love VLSPK, so that is a bit of a rebuild. But yeah, I'm just going to cover this video because I've made quite a lot of videos on this, but this is the thing about all this stuff about me training attack. And I have to say, once again, I'm in the moment where I just don't want to train. I can't choose. It's an impossible choice. So if I ever decide that up to some point I'm going to be like, right, should I train attack or not? I'm most likely going to make a poll for it and ask for like maybe a 6 to 1 like to dislike ratio to see if I should actually do it. Because at the moment, I PK completely fine. This is my first time like on the game PKing for money again since I've like kind of cleaned my bank, so I started PKing for money again. As a small spoiler, my KDR in the series is currently 37 to 3, and that's staying until death if my risk is under maybe like 500k or something. So 37 to 3 KDR. This is when I actually try to PK properly. Like in most of my videos, I don't really try. I take ridiculous risks just to try to get some really nice clips. When I'm PKing for money, I actually try to PK so my KDR goes up quite a lot. Although arguably, I have got very lucky in some clips, so I can't really say that I'm like really good at PKing or anything, so although 37 to 3 does back it up quite a bit. But yeah, Polypop PK is extremely overpowered, but if I wanted to, I could probably Polypop PK to a 100 kill streak if I tried. Like, I could the only way I die to a Polypop is a very well-timed Vengeance along with a very high spec, because I can understand when I XP drop, they'd have to want, I don't know, I'm not going to give you any tips to try to kill me if I have a good Polypop PK. But yeah, if my money ever gets a bit low again, then I will probably be Polypop PKing to make it back, because it's actually extremely easy money. But the main reason I decided to create this series, I'm just going to go back to the thing. Now, people are asking me, why did I destroy my Cadix and I didn't put them on a different tab? The reason was, I wanted to just completely clean my bank. I wanted nothing there. I wanted absolutely nothing to be towards the zeros. I wanted to earn it all back. And some people have actually been asking me, did I record myself destroying my Chaotix? I have recorded it, but I don't really see a reason to upload it. Now, it's called FML, and that's just because it's a clip, really. But yeah, I have actually recorded it, so if you want a quick spoiler here, that's some of the stuff I dropped. I did dismiss my Sneaker Peeper and my Jad Pet. I'll probably earn those back at some point. But I do have the Sneaker Peepers in my house. And then there's me. I got rid of everything in my inventory you can see right now. By the end of that clip, it was all gone. Let's just say that. So yeah, the Necromancer was probably the hardest thing for me to act. But I'm going to earn it back on the series. It would cost me about 10 mil to do it, but I'll get it back, and that'll be fun. Even though that would have been placeholders, which would have been cool. But, I mean, currently at the moment, the gear I'm wearing is pretty much kind of the gear that I always wear when I walk around the game. But although recently that'd be a Penance torso, which I've actually got, and I need to get a Penance skirt back, but I also need a fight hat. And I don't think I'm going to get the Healer, Ranger hat, or the Runner hat, because I don't really need those at all. So I'm probably just going to get torso and skirt, and then a load of torsos, and, well, a load of hats, actually. And then just keep my torso and skirt, because that's kind of my favourite thing to wear, which is pretty awesome. But yeah, I have rebuilt quite well. Now, as of making this video, I probably will have a Tokar Cal by the time I'm done, but what I'm working on is, if I also pull up another thing, I also have, this is about my Dungeoneering tokens now, that's how many Dungeoneering tokens I actually have. There's probably about plus 1,000 on there from C1s and stuff, so if I just put 1,000, you know, I'm just going to change that right now, so plus 1,000, there we go, I'm on 173,857 tokens, so I've probably got more than that, to be fair, but people always say I say to be fair a lot, so I'll try and stop that if I can, but if I do say it by accident, I do apologise, so yeah, I do see like a lot of people say in my videos like, right, someone go and commentate how many times this guy says like, actually, or really, or something like that. So I do apologise for things that I do say often, but it's how commentators are. You watch commentators and they have this thing that they will say a lot. I mean, you can think of all your commentators, all these video makers you watch right now, you can think of all of them. Just think straight away, what do they say? Like a lot of it. They have a habit of saying it. And they move on from saying it. Like I used to say, back when I made videos in 2011, I used to say remember. I couldn't actually pronounce remember in a video. I don't know, I have a clue why I couldn't do it, but I said remember all the time. And every video would have a comment on saying 104 remember lol. So I was just like, what the hell is this? But I used to say that. Luckily I've got out of that habit now, which is kind of cool. So I do move on a bit, which is kind of cool. So that's sweet. But yeah, going back to my Dungeoneering tokens. Now you may call this cheating, but I think I covered this in my other video. But this is how I'm actually going to be using my Dungeoneering tokens. So, for what I actually buy from Dungeoneering, so currently I'm working for my Chaotic Crossbow, so obviously I'm 26,143 tokens off that, which is pretty damn close, and I'd like to thank some friends for actually helping with that. So I've had Luke, and Luke really has been doing pretty much everything for me, so huge thanks to him. And then I've had some other ones, I have Kane there, and then some friends of friends that have been coming as well, so they've been helping me out with some really fast floors, as I most likely uploaded that 710 already. I haven't uploaded it yet, I've got it rendered, but I don't know the reviews on that yet. But would anyone like, okay, I'll probably put it in the description of this video, like, this is really hard talking about what I'm going to do in the future. It is actually really difficult pre-recording videos and making them good. When I upload that 710, let's say I haven't, but would you actually enjoy seeing any Dungeoneering videos from me, like, at all? Like, everyone knows I leech my Dungeoneering, so to upload videos like that, I don't deserve to be at any floors that can be anywhere potentially near record floors, in my opinion. No one deserves to leech and then get the records, but I am kind of getting better at Dungeoneering, I have to say now. I know if Luke's watching this, he's probably burst out laughing then, but I don't know, I am getting better. Like, he tells me things, and then I learn from that, and then next floor, like, get in the same situation, I can repeat that, and then that, obviously, I advance on that, and I get better and better, and I do get fairly decent at dungeon. I don't expect to ever be one of those people going out there for speed teams. Obviously, I can't, because I have 60 attack, and I can't path things with 40 defense and all that, so it gets difficult. But if I ever get fast floors, I actually do a lot, because I do have a lot of fast dungeoneers on my team, and then they call friends, and then pretty much I get in a team of people that can, if you want to just use the word carry me, then yeah, I can get some of those fast floors, and then you can see from my point of view how bad I am. Yeah, that works. But yeah, if you ever want to see me, if I ever get some really fast floors like that, then leave a comment, I guess, and if I ever do, I mean, they will not be often at all. Like, I think I've uploaded 2 Dungeoneering videos now. Well, I haven't uploaded it yet, but I've done the Calga floor, and that was terrible, but it was a record floor, and then the Occult, which was so close to being a very fast floor. But really, the main reason I think I'll upload those is simply just to say, if I wasn't in this floor, it would have been the record. So, just for the people in the floor, like if I have Kane or Luke there, or anyone else, then they're just like, oh, why the hell is he here? We would have had a record here, but oh well, so that'd be kind of cool to do. But yeah, go back to the Chaotix thing. Once I earn a Chaotic, which is obviously 200,000 tokens in my crossbow, I have 5.7, let me just throw that there. I have 5.7 million Dungeoneering tokens that I currently just have in the game, just chilling there. It's like, they don't really exist at the moment because I'm not using it to buy my Chaotix. But what I'm going to do is, once I earn a Chaotic, like a Chaotic item, like currently I have an Arcane Stream Necklace, once I earn a Chaotic item, what I'm going to do is, if I ever lose that Chaotic item, so let's say if I lose a Chaotic staff in the future, if I actually get one, which I probably will, I'm going to earn all my Chaotix back. If I lose it, I can just go back and buy it from the 5.7 million tokens. Now, you may say that that's still kind of unfair, but as far as I'm aware, that's 5.7 million Dungeoneering tokens ever going to waste. So, assuming I do get attacked in the future, I'm pretty sure some people are going to want to see me do like some stuff like Rapier to AGS maybe, where I'm risking the Rapier. Now, doing that, I can just go back and buy Rapiers, and I can get these out all the time. Now, I'm going to come on to a bit about the attack level now, just so before people leave comments on it. But yeah, I mean, I'd love to get videos out risking Chaotix, like if I had a Chaotic Rapier and a CLS in my inventory, so I can do 1 ticks instead of, like, Chaotic Maul. It's not really good for having as a KO weapon. I'm definitely going to try it out when I do get attack up. Well, if I do get attack up, to do some like Carol's Crossbow to Chaotic Maul, because it'd be fun. But overall, I don't like weapons that have high interval times. Like Chaotic Maul has a 3-tick interval time, so actually I'm pretty sure it's a 2. It hits you on the 3rd tick, so you see it coming, and you have 3 ticks to eat a food. It's too much time these days. Like, PKing is not easy anymore. Everyone knows what well, majority of people know how to PK these days, like, fairly well. Now, if I have a Chaotic Maul swinging at you, I'm pretty sure your first thing to do is, you're probably hovering over inventory. Your first reaction is click, and your food's going to eat in time because of how slow it's going to take to, like, update, really, which is going to be it's just impossible to PK, so I can't actually wait until I get my CLS. Is definitely, people say CLS is useless. In my opinion, CLS, like, as you know from my videos, I always use my dragon weapons because I'm 60 attack. I find all these most underrated weapons out, like Dragon Longsword. Who the hell, Dragon 200, who the hell made PK commentaries with the Dragon 200 until I started trying to do it because I was 60 attack? And I actually find out all these underpowered, like Dragon Mace. Now, I know people use that a lot. Dragon Mace is one of the most underrated weapons in this game. It is so powerful. It's just, I don't know why. DDS, in my opinion, it has to be underrated because, I mean, DDS either kills them or gets them 1 HP, as we know. That's pretty much how it works. So DDS is good as well. D-Long, fairly underrated, but probably not one of the best. It's pretty inaccurate, but it can hit very hard. Dragon Halberd, not really. D2H, kind of underrated, yeah, but stuff comes out. But overall, CLS, in my opinion, is one of the most underrated weapons in the game. Now, if I was using that, pretty much, when I use my Carol's Crossbow to a CVLS, as I said earlier in this commentary, I'd be using a Chaotic Longsword at the same instead, and it's slightly more stronger, and I'd have 80 attacks, so I'd hit a lot more accurate, and that's probably going to be my new favourite way of PK, which is going to be Carol's Crossbow or range to a CLS, or maybe just like whip to CLS. I think CLS is going to become one of my favourite weapons in the game, but we'll have to see. For people that are thinking that I'm going to be having 80 attacks soon, in my opinion, it's going to take me an extremely long time to get 80 attack if I do, because I will be PKing every XP from 70 to 80. Now, as far as I'm aware, I think I say that term a lot. I've trained maybe probably about 10 million plus strength experience just PKing. don't know about range experience, and I've probably done maybe 99 magic worth of vengeances. That's like 100,000 vengeances. Or is that a million? No, it's not. 10,000 vengeances? No, it's 100. It has to be 100,000 vengeances. 112 XP. Yeah, it's about 100. I've probably done about 100,000 vengeances. Okay, maybe not that many. I don't know how many I've done. I've done a lot, and I've probably done like maybe 10,000 DDS packs. I don't know. There's all this statistics that need to be said. So I have PK'd a ton of strength experience, and when I talk about training attack experience, it will be faster to get the 2 mil XP than to get 2 mil strength, because I will be hitting a lot more accurate, and I'll be hitting a lot higher because it's obviously an Abyssal Whip and not a Dragon Skin. So I will get 80 attack in the future, and then people are going to ask, this is the main question that I think people may have already left comments on. People don't want to see me become a prod. They don't want to see me using chaotic weapons. The reason my vids are good now, because they are unique, and not many other players actually have 60 attack videos. Now, in my opinion, the main reason that I'm pretty successful on YouTube is the way I commentate things. I commentate differently to everyone out there, and I've always said this, that I just do it because I'm enthusiastic and I enjoy PK, and I just get in there and I make it enjoyable to watch instead of maybe some monotone voice commentating it, or waiting, like, going silent in the middle of clips. I don't do that, so that's why I think it's successful. Now, imagine my commentary where I'm hitting all the time, and I'm hitting higher, faster, and harder, and all these just massive hits coming out. In my opinion, I think my videos would go uphill a lot, but it's a huge risk for me to take to do that. But people are asking, when am I getting attack up? I think on the series, I'm going to try to earn myself maybe a 50 mil plus bank before I even touch my attack level, and to have max strength already done. So that's still going to take a while, as I'm going to try to spend as much money as I can so that I don't like get to a ridiculously high amount too early. Like, I made 35 mil in 3 days because I PK'd the Armadillo Godsword, obviously. So that kind of slightly ruined it. Didn't really ruin the series, but boosted my bank a lot. If I wanted to, I could have chose to get attack right then and gone Godsword PK and just on the spot with that Armadillo Godsword. But, well, obviously I would have had 70, so I could have bought a Sarasword and all that. So, yeah, that's a lot to think. Now, you have to remember, this is how I play the game now. PKing is not the only thing I actually do on this game. One thing I want to do is to get 20 mil Slayer experience, and to do that, I Power Slay. And Power Slay does cost a lot of money, and that's going to cost me a lot to buy myself the supplies with the money I've got, and to Power Slay. So that's where a lot of my money is also going to be going to. But I will probably be training Slayer with a Sarasword at some point. I will not train a single attack experience from Slayer unless I'm getting to 70 attack doing Slayer. But I think I'll probably be doing Defenders for all of it. Like, to get myself probably about 600k, no, about 500k attack experience at Defenders. That's probably quite a nice amount of Defenders. I've probably done 99 strength worth of Defenders as well, to the amount of Defenders I've got in this game. Too many! Can you please update it? Defenders, they drop for 70 GP. Can you make us be able to loot them back? They were created so you could loot them back. Not so they'd lose on death. Just if they brought Defenders back for loot on death, I don't think I'd never bring a teleport in the wilderness again. I'd just die all the time and lose them. Unless I was just getting tons like Bird and Imbued Ring risks as well. Unless you could loot those back as well, which would be kind of cool. Nah, that'd be overpowered. But I think if there's any untradeable that deserves to be looted back on death, it would be the Defender. I always say Defenders, like, I mean, stuff like Torso and Fight Hat deserves to be looted back. But thinking about it, that would be a very bad idea, because people would be able to rush in technically max strength, risking 60k from Boris Gloves or something, and then they just commit suicide and they'd be able to hit you so hard that your food would be drained so quickly. So I think if you could loot every untradeable back, it would be pretty ridiculous. So things like Fire Capes, Tokokals, Penance items, Imbued Rings, Boris Gloves, all that stuff that you can't loot back, I think that's completely fair, and it should stay like that. Defenders, however, they drop for 70 GP. In my opinion, they should be deserved to loot back. Plus, who the hell rushes with a Defender anyway? That'd be like a VLS rush or like maybe a DDS rush. Now, if I got rushed by a DDS and 2-spec'd, I'd probably accept that. I've not been 2-spec'd by a DDS in my life, as in rushed, like, ever. I get claw rushed. I think I've died to a claw rush maybe 3 times now. Two of those I was AFK. One of them was just ridiculous, like 1,500 damage dealt into it, so that was pretty painful. I lost my first and only chaotic that way. It was at Mage Bank. Bad day. No, it was a pretty bad day. Yeah, but I think to loot Defenders back would be probably one of the best updates to come into the game, which would be really damn awesome. So, next, I'm going to talk a bit about Evolution of Combat and the fact that they are actually like doing checks on it. I don't know why my stats are still there. Sorry, I'm going to the inventory so you can see the soul runes stacking up. Yes, smuggle in those later on, don't worry. Yeah, Evolution of Combat, they are having like Q&As where they are saying that the combat formula is not the combat level formula is not what they'll be doing, which means if I have like 80 attack and suddenly they change it so attack levels are combat levels, I'd probably regret getting attack then. So that's something that is putting me off. But if EOC is really coming out in December, I don't see myself having 60 attack then. I'm pretty sure I'll have attack up by then, so I'll just have to risk it. But my defense level, people say if I train attack, I will train defense as well. I guarantee you, on my whale that is currently chilling above my screen that I will not ever train my defense. I do train a bit of XP accidentally. I've trained 145 experience in defense in 2012, so that's like 8 months. Yeah, it's about 8 months worth of defense experience there. So as you can see, I gained technically nothing. So using those odds, that is around 6 years to get 41 defense accidentally. So my defense will never be touched. I don't see a reason that I want to train my defense. In the beta, it is 5 combat levels for a Berserker Helm. That would probably be the max defense I ever get, 45. But I don't think I'll ever get there. I don't think I'll ever want to get 45. I don't see a reason to get a Berserker Helm when I have enough money on the game. Although I'm now working my money back, and I can just buy a status helm for 2 mil, get the same strength bonus, and have 5 defense levels lower. Although at my combat, it's only 1 combat level, so I'd be 112, 99 plus 13 with 45 defense, 60 attack. But yeah, I have no plans on getting my defense up at all. Now, people are asking me what attack level will I be actually aiming for. So just to give you a insight on this, I know I talk about this a lot, and there's probably people saying don't train attack while your account is unique. Remember, I'm not training attack yet, and I will do a poll before I properly do it. Because to be completely honest, I think I've said that term again, I could PK now that I've not got money in the bank and I PK for like to try and advance as much as I can. I actually try and PK it and I completely like don't want to sound cocky at all here. I destroy the majority. Not only destroy, but I concentrate a lot more and I do a lot better in PKing. And it just comes to show that I am completely fine PKing with 60 attack. And the only thing that I dislike about 60 attack PKing is hybriding. And to be completely honest, I said it again, I don't even enjoy hybriding much anymore. It is literally maybe 5 hours of PKing, me in max gear to get 1 kill, and, well, normally that's me dying. Like, I was trying to get clips for a PK video. I was hybriding in max gear for, I think it was 7 hours. I died twice, I killed no one. That was for 35 mil each time, 70 mil down, no clips, 7 hours of breeding, something like that. Yeah, I don't enjoy hybriding. You may say I'm a good hybrid. Personally, I don't think I am. I do win a lot of my hybrid fights, damage output-wise, but I don't know, I mean, there's things I need to learn. I mean, if I actually went out there and properly learned, like, if I just went out there and properly try hard hybrid, as in, like, putting my tank on for every melee hit and switching to my roses, I can do, because you all know that I have, like, fast APS, like, actions per minute, so I can think quickly and understand things, like, if you're watching my Dungeoneering live streams, you watch when I actually fight the Galiga boss. There is a lot of things that I have to concentrate on there, but I actually misclicked once when it does its technical thing, and it puts you down to about 1 HP. Now, the Galiga boss is kind of like a Jad. It's mage and range attacks. You can actually activate one tick before they hit you, and then they'll take no damage. So you can switch between my prayers. But I got knocked down to 1 HP, and it was there. My food was at the bottom of my inventory. But what I was doing is I had to click my food, then switch there, go to that one and back, then go back, eat food, do it again and again and again, and I didn't miss a single hit. So I can concentrate really well on what I do and actually try. So when I go to PKing and actually concentrate, I do really well at timing things and can actually survive quite well and predict my opponents. And that's because I don't have much money in the bank. This game is so much funner when you've got no money. Like, seriously. You may say that well, right now I'm rune spanning. I've been rune spanning for so long and I have to do it for so much longer. It's like boring as hell, but at least it's confirming like how long this video is kind of confirming how many points you can actually get per hour, which is cool. Oh, I just randomly stopped, that's fine. Yeah, I've had a lot of comments, and a lot of people and my friends are saying that they wanted to do the same as me and just earn all their money back by playing the game. In my opinion, if I had to give you the option, no matter who you are, I'd actually recommend doing it. Maybe if you want to, you can keep your untradables if you don't like the thought of, like, depending how much you can actually play, like, if you can't get on the game much and you, like, don't actually, like, enjoy the game, you barely log on, like, maybe 1 hour a day or something, then maybe not then. But if you do actually want a reason to want to enjoy playing this game again, like, you log on and you don't enjoy it at all, I'd recommend do what I did. Just get rid of your entire bank and earn it back properly. Now, coming from me, I am maxed out skills, not including attack and defense before Alkin's watching this video. I'm maxed out skills, which means I can make money very easily, because I can do whatever I want. I can mine a rune rock and have 10k richer instantly. Some people would have to, like, how I started the series off, I picked some cowhides up and I had 7k straight away. How easy is this game? It took me maybe 3 weeks to earn my first 10k on this game. It's just, when I made this series, I knew I would rebuild my bank very high in the matter of hours, really, because of how easy the game is. And I made 1 mil in 3 hours. Simply because I know what to do, and the game is that easy to play these days. I don't want to sound like, once again, like sounding cocky or anything, but this game, we all know it's extremely easy to play this game. Like, XP rates and all that have, like, increased. You can get, let me think of one quickly. You can get, maybe 1 million Dungeoneering experience per hour with a decent team, with quick regroups, fast things, and survival progeny. Now, when Dungeoneering first came out, That's probably talking 200k experience now, but Dungeon is probably not the best one. Runespan, perfect example right here. 150,000 runecrafting experience per hour, and I'm leaning back on my chair, and I have to, well, at the moment, I'm not getting XP, I'm getting points to get my staff as quick as possible, which is doing this, so I'm not after XP. I'll probably gain like maybe 100 plus K experience here. I don't know, I'm not sure how much the XP rates are. Is it 100 XP? What the hell? Keeps stopping randomly, I don't know. But yeah, this game, it's so easy now that even if you did drop your bank, you'd rebuild fairly fast. Seriously, I mean, even if you have to go cut magic trees for 3 days, you could make a mill from that quite easily. With that mill, you buy yourself a polypore, dunge for an arcane stream necklace, buy yourself mystics, PK, 5 people, there you go, you've made 2 mil. That easily. Although that's a risk in case you die. But going back to that one there, you do actually have to know what you're doing when you PK. People say quite a lot. Oh, you know what, right now, I do apologise if my microphone sounds different. I do have a whale, as I said earlier, just sat on my computer, a big one, I'll tell you that. And it might be covering the mic on my microphone, so my voice might sound quite, like, hard to listen to. So if it is that the case, I do apologise. And once I've watched the video over, I will remove the whale from the premises, and that will be done. So, that's the same. But yeah, going back to what I was saying, with the arcane stream and all that and the polypore stuff, to be honest, if you want to make money from PKing, you need to know how to PK. So people may say, will I go high risk fighting? I may do, because if I'm PKing for money, I'm going to try hard high risk fighting, which means I could probably make quite a bit of money, because I can, in my opinion, whenever I say something where I don't want to sound cocky, I do try to say that I don't want to sound cocky before I say it, but I think I'm very, very good at timing my venges. I understand perfectly when people do things, and I can click fast enough, and like going back to the actions per second thing, I can quickly think and go and do it. Like, if I was fighting this thing, if he pulled an AGS out now, I click Rocktail Venge Brew, like that, boom, I'm 600 HP, it's a 570, that's a 390 back on him with the Venge, and that's a lot of damage done. Plus, if I can understand the interval times, and possibly get an extra hit in as well. So, yeah, I mean, I think I'm very good at Venge time, so if I was in a high-risk fight, I could confuse people. Like, one of my favourite things to do in high-risk fighting, going back to the actions per minute thing, per second thing, it doesn't work often, but if you actually stand 4 steps away from a high-risk fighter, they have to run 2 ticks to get to you, so even if they want it with the claws, I have a heads up on when they hit me. So what I can do is I can wait, and as soon as they pull their claws, risk again if they bluff me out with it, but I can Rocktail, click my G-Maul, at the bottom of my inventory, double-click the Rocktail, Venge, G-Maul, double-click Venge, Brew, and I can do that before he can even get to me, because I can just do it. I can't prove it now, but if I put everything in place, like, let's say that's the Rocktail, I'm going to use it on that, right, let me test. So let's find out what's going to happen. So it's going to be Rocktail, Venge, that's, I don't know what else I can do to prove it. Let's just use this one, so... I don't know how to explain this, but let's just see how quick I can do it. But this is a Rocktail. I'm going to click Rocktail, Venge, Granite Maul, Spec. Actually, I don't want to open that box. Damn it, 1 minute. Move box. This is I don't know why I'm even trying to do this, but I'm trying to prove the point. And then if I put my brew there, that's not going to work. Let's put my brew down here. So we go Rocktail, Venge, Granite Maul, use their brew. And that's maybe 3 ticks, probably, but if I was actually in a fight, it would probably be something like that. I don't know, I'd probably misclick like hell there, but if I was actually tryharding it, I could probably do it quite easily. But the thing is, one of my that was completely pointless, I know, and completely probably embarrassed myself there, but one of the things people do not know about PKing, well, they do know it, but they don't actually think about it and how they can abuse it, it's not a bug though, is how the Granite Maul will use its specs no matter what you just did. If you are going for a risk with a Granite Maul, you can eat a Rocktail before doing the specs, and you can be 230 HP higher at exactly the same time. Or you can choose to do specs first and be 230 HP, 230 life points lower, but after the specs, assuming you survive it. That, in my opinion, is one of the best way to time your vengeance, because I can be 230 life points up and still do exactly the same thing, but have a vengeance damage there as well, where I'm quite safe out. As for clicking the brew afterwards, if you misclick a lot, you might drink the brew before your Granite Maul specs, which is going to get rid of them completely. Whoops! I don't know why that happened, I just want to don't want to think about it. I don't know why I'm actually talking about this, so I do apologise for just going into that random thing. But yeah, Granite Mauls, probably everyone's huge cause of death. They are one of the hardest spec weapons to survive because you do not see them coming, and they are so powerful. It's oh my god. I love Granite Mauls, they're going to be one of my favourite weapons to use overall. But yeah, it should be fun. But yeah, going back to what I was saying, rebuilding is fun. The reason I dropped all my items is because I wanted to do it. I saw a lot of comments in my video. I could load my video now and read some comments, and loads of them are just saying you're a complete idiot for doing this. In my opinion, I don't see how I am. I have cost myself a lot of time, but at the same time, I log on the game and I work for something. Now, if you're someone saying that I'm an idiot for doing that, but you log on this game and you're like, this game is so boring, then fair enough, I automatically win because I'm enjoying myself on the game. Now, I always say, I don't want to cause an argument by saying that, by the way, but I always say that I've always enjoyed this game. Did I drop my items because I didn't enjoy the game? I did enjoy the game prior to that, but I decided to drop my items because I wanted to do something, like, to see if I would enjoy the game more. I took a risk, pretty much, dropping all my items to see if earning them back would be fun. And I have to say, right now, I'm enjoying it. Hands down, I am enjoying doing it. Like, when I log in the game, normally, I would be PKing for like 4 hours and I get bored as hell, go train Slayer for whatever. I really just don't know. This, whatever I do in the game, adds to something. Right now, I would never return to RuneSpan in my life after 99, but now I have to, because I have to buy great runic staffs. Right, let's go for Derp of the Century mode, right? So, I had 175,000 RuneSpan points that I had to get rid of so I could start from 0. I've got 6 at the moment, which I couldn't actually get rid of, so I'm boosted 6 points. So I'll just get 25,006 just to make it complete. Why does it keep stopping? Ugh. So yeah, going back to that, I had to spend 175,000 points. So guess what I spent them on? Oh yeah, 7 greater runic staffs, and I destroyed them all. And then I clicked to Steam and realised I could have bought all them. That was a facepalm moment, I'll tell you that. So that kind of sucks. I could have bought, I think, the 9th Esteem and then got the 10th one whenever I could be bothered getting it. But overall, I don't really care about Esteem. It's completely useless. But I could have bought that instead of just wasting it on greater runic staffs and destroying them later on. So that's kind of lame. But not the biggest, like, punch in the face right now, so it's all good. Why do I keep stopping? Like, seriously? Is something stopping me? Or just, right, I'm going to keep clicking it now, right? But yeah, this has been kind of an update on episode 5. So I just want to cover some other things that I've done and where they may go to. So people are all asking me, I've already covered the PK commentaries, but long vlogs like this, are these going to still exist? And pretty much, yes, they will. I mean, at the moment, I'm working for a great runic staff, and it's boring as hell. I've been commentating for 32 minutes almost. Well, not almost, but 31 plus minutes, and I've got maybe 1,000 points. So I have to do that another 1,000,000 times, really, to actually get there, which is just painful to think about, yeah? So whenever I get around to something like this, I will be making vlogs. But like I said, the majority of my vlogs will be done doing Slayer, Defenders, and if I do actually make a lot of money, which I probably will, maybe on my chinning, because I do want to get 50 more range, but I also need to try and earn the blue party hat. So people wonder, do I have a goal for the series? The long-term goal, which I don't actually think I will ever achieve, is to try and earn a blue party hat. Pretty much just earning the money in the game. I think that would be fun, but yeah, I'm not sure. I really am getting annoyed by it. I don't have a clue why I keep stopping, though. Just, I don't know. I think I keep accidentally misclicking, but I don't really know. But yeah, it doesn't really matter. So, just going to end this video here. It's probably not one of my longer videos, but once I get some more topics to talk about, then yeah, I'll cover it. So, thank you for watching the video, guys, and good luck on your 400 mil from the Squeal of Fortune.